Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Portillo Party of Four. Today I have for you guys kind of a fun, different video, kind of like a get to know me kind of video as well. So people always ask how me and my husband met, and then people are always so curious how we have made our high school relationship last. My husband and I are high school sweethearts. And people are always so curious to know, like, how does that work? Um, how long we've been together. People are always very shocked when they look at me and I'm like, oh, yeah, we've been together since um, forever, basically, since 2009, and are always super shocked. So, to get into it, my husband and I went to high school together, and I had actually just recently broken up with a boyfriend prior to meeting my husband. I wasn't really necessarily looking for another boyfriend. I was only like 14 at the time, and so I kind of didn't really want to get another boyfriend. I just kind of like wanted to just, you know, not do anything at that moment. But I had started a world geography class, and my husband was in this class. I had never really seen my husband much before. His brother was in my grade, but I didn't know that they were brothers at the time. And yeah, it just kind of came by surprise. Love finds you in mysterious ways and when you're least expecting it. And I totally agree with that. I wasn't necessarily, looking for anything at the time. And there my husband was in my world geography class. And the rest is just history. So um, he would like try to like sit near me in the world geography class, and he would try to like work on our assignments together, try to do our maps and label our countries and capitals and all the things, just like do everything together. And it's just really funny that is how we met, was through school. And then this is back in the day when MySpace was still a thing and Facebook was relatively new at the time. So I did have MySpace and I did have a Facebook. My Facebook was pretty new at the time. My MySpace I had had for a bit longer than that. I know I definitely had MySpace back in 8th grade. And I remember me and my husband just started like flirting and messaging on Facebook and MySpace, and leaving comments on each other's like little pictures and things like that. And one day on MySpace, he just sent me a message and said, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And I said, yes. So I was 14 at the time. I was a freshman in high school, and my husband was 16 and was a sophomore in high school. Um, Never broke up or anything all through high school. We went to all of our homecomings together once we started dating. Um, didn't go to my freshman homecoming together. I went to that by myself because him and I did not start dating until March of 2009. So we started dating March of 2009, and went to homecomings together, proms together, football games, you name it. We were going to everything just together. And then college came around. I went to a 4-year school, and my husband he was working at the time and was doing some part-time classes at a local community college. And all through college, dated through college. He was very supportive there for me all throughout school and everything. Then I finished school, and I finished school May of 2016, my husband proposed to me at the golf course I worked at, and played golf at all through high school and college. It was actually my first job. Worked there 10 years before I quit working at that job. I absolutely loved that job. I loved the people at that job. It was like a second family to me. So he knew how much this golf course meant to me, over the years, and how like sentimental it was to me. And he proposed to me at that golf course, July of 2016. My husband and I got married September of 2016. We got married pretty quickly after getting engaged, just because we had been together so long at that point. We already had a house. We were already living together at that point. It was just, now is the time to get married. So we had moved in together February or March of 2016 is when we bought our first home together. Got engaged July of 2016, married September of 2016. We had our baby a year after getting married, our very first baby. We had a daughter next year after that, and then we had our son 2 years after that. So that is the story of kind of how our family had came to be. And then people are always asking and very curious, how have you been able to make this high school relationship, like high school sweetheart relationship, work? And the answer to that is definitely a lot of dedication, a lot of love, a lot of hard work, a lot of forgiveness. My husband and I have grown up together, but with that, also means that we are completely different people now than the people that we were when we first fell in love with each other, if that makes sense in a way, because when we first got together, we were 14 and 16-year-olds. We were children. So definitely evolving with each other and kind of changing with each other and going down the same path together has been very helpful for us. And kind of like staying on the same page with different things. Not gonna lie, there have been some very difficult times in our relationship, and we have worked through those. We have overcame those obstacles together, and we have just committed ourselves to our marriage, committed ourselves to our family. And then it is funny, one of the reasons I think that my husband and I really work together is I totally believe opposites attract. My husband and I are polar opposites from each other. I am very like outgoing, bubbly type of personality, always wanting to do things, always wanting to go places, do activities, hardly want to be home, just like really want to go out, experience life, experience activities and things. And my husband is total opposite. My husband is an introvert. There are a few people that he, like likes or wants to be around. He is totally fine, kind of being a little hermit crab, staying at home and, staying home watching a movie, playing games, like things like that. He is totally fine and happy being at home, and not going out and doing things. So I totally think that one of the reasons why we work so well is because I am able to bring him out of his shell, or else he would just like kind of stay home almost all the time. So I'm able to like bring him out of his shell, bring him out of his comfort zone, have him experience fun things, learn new things, new adventures together. And then he also is great in the aspect that he is more of an introvert, and he is kind of more of a calm, cooler, collected presence, where when I start like oh my God, what are we going to do? I'm so anxious. I'm so nervous about certain things. He is just there to just kind of reassure, level it out, bring me back down, because I am a Cancer and I'm a very emotional sign. And my husband is a, oh gosh, what is it? September birthday. Is it a Virgo? I think he's a Virgo. And our signs actually really kind of like jive together. He's like a realist type of person. And it's funny how the realist and the like empathetic, sensitive, emotional person really kind of go well together because we are so opposite. We are able to be what the other person lacks or the other person needs at that time for each other. And I think that's really special. And I think that's a really, cool thing to see in our relationship. Um, is that I'll be, emotional about something and he'll just be like, it's okay. Look at X, Y, and Z point, or look at this, or look at that. And I'll be like, huh, okay, I didn't think about that. So, like, it just works out so well. I totally think he is my soulmate. I totally think that we met in that classroom that day for a reason. And I totally think that he is who I'm supposed to be with, the rest of my life. And it's just crazy how you just find love when you least expect it. And then also, like, we all have that like person that when you meet that person, your chemistry and your connection is just like so strong. And even though we were so young when we got together, I just felt that like super strong connection and attraction, chemistry, all of the things at such a young age. And I just like knew when I saw this man, I just like instantly connected to him when we met eyes, and I just like locked it, and I was just like, wow, that's my husband. I'm going to marry this man. That's him right there. And it's crazy to say that, but it is how it was. Literally, we were like inseparable. We were just like joined at the hip all through high school, all through college, and even now I'm like, okay, like I'm going to bed. Like, are you coming with me? Because like I don't want to go to bed by myself. Like I don't want to go places by myself. Are you gonna go with me? Like, I don't know. It's just crazy how things work out that way. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. High school relationships and high school sweethearts do still exist. My parents, fun fact, actually were high school sweethearts as well and are still married to this day. They have been married 29 years, and they were high school sweethearts, dated all through high school, um, and all through while my mom was in nursing school, all through my dad was in vo-tech and everything. So high school sweethearts do still exist. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because I do get asked it often whenever I'm making videos and I just like say little things about my husband or, that we've been together so long. So hope you guys like this video.